What's going on, y'all? Today I'm going to be looking at this Xbox that was sent to me by G-Dub. He said this Xbox means a lot to him, so we're going to try to keep it original, like no modding or anything like that. Now, I didn't have my camera turned right, but in the top left-hand corner, it gave an error code of 11, which is supposed to mean disk drive not detected. So we're going to take this bad boy apart and, of course, try to fix the problem, but go ahead and replace some capacitors and thermal paste and all that good stuff. That way this old boy right here will last him for several more years. This is one of the older versions, so it probably has a bad clock capacitor in it, so we're going to replace that too. I couldn't get the disk drive open to get this disk out, so you just push right there with a paper clip and it slides right open. Splinter Cell, great game. I'll have to be sure I send that back with it. Alright, we're going to go ahead and unhook this hard drive right here. Just unhook this cable right there. The power cable to it was kind of a pain, so I had to take it out and then take that cable out. Take the screws out that's holding the disk drive in. There's not very many screws, so I'm not going to show every one of them, but they're really easy to take out. Alright, got the disk drive out of the way. We can kind of see in here now, see if there's anything wrong. And I don't really see anything that's standing out to me. I don't see any busted capacitors on the board or anything. It doesn't look like the clock capacitor leaked anything. But I am going to replace it anyway, and I'm going to replace probably about 10 more capacitors on this thing. But I did notice over here on the power supply, this capacitor right here had a hole in the top right there. I could replace this one right here, but I just so happen to have another power supply. So we'll try this one out and see if it works. You never know, it might have fixed the problem. I'll go ahead and partially put everything back together, and did it fix it? Ah, crap, no, it didn't fix it. I didn't think it would, but it was worth a shot. Alright, after looking a little closer, I did notice some dirtiness over here. Doesn't look like anything's damaged, but we're going to go ahead and clean it up and change these capacitors out. Add me some flux right there. A little bit of fresh solder. Then I'll break out my fancy desoldering pump. Man, I love this thing. It makes these kind of jobs so much faster. Then I'll go ahead and put in a new clock capacitor right there. This version really doesn't need a clock capacitor, but I'm gonna go ahead and put one in. We'll solder this new guy in right here. Alright, so I changed those three capacitors there, the clock capacitor, and this little capacitor right here. Apparently that one right there is something with the disk drive, so I went ahead and changed it. And then I changed these 5 right here. There's all the old ones right there. I was going to change these 2, but I didn't have any replacements, and they look fine anyway, so I just left them in. Took off the heat sinks and cleaned up all the old thermal paste that was on there. It was very dry and crusty. Put some new thermal paste on this bad boy. X for Xbox. I highly doubt all that I'm doing is actually going to fix the disk drive issue. I'm pretty sure that it is a bad disk drive, which that's fine. I have a replacement, but you know, we got to do this stuff anyway. So I figured I'd show it to you. Alright, we'll go ahead and put this last heat sink back on. Be careful when taking these things off. They could be stuck on there pretty good. I heated it up with a blow dryer just for a little bit, not too long, just enough to heat up the old thermal paste so I can pop that thing off. Alright, clamp this bad boy down, and then we'll go try it out. Alright, it turned out to have a very possessed disk drive. I put the original disk drive in other Xboxes, and it started throwing all kinds of errors like bad hard drive, bad disk drive, just all kinds of bad stuff. So I cleaned up one of my extra disk drives I have and threw it in here, and this was my first test, and it actually worked. No errors or anything, and then now we're going to try to see if it actually reads a disk. We're going to throw in some Jade Empire. I haven't played this game in forever. And it works. Super happy that I got this fixed. I hope G-Dub enjoys this thing for many more years. Now all I got to do is finish putting this thing back together, clean up the shell a little bit on the outside, and it's good to go, and I'll ship it back to him. Alright, y'all, that's all I got. I appreciate y'all for watching. Y'all have a good one now. See ya.